Hello, good morning. Welcome to your practice today. So whether you are joining me live or you'll catch this replay at a later date, welcome. So today, I'm just going to go over to the mat. Today we are going to do a yin practice. Now, there are many types of yogas, and that is a beautiful thing. Personally, I came to the yoga practice practicing more yang style classes, so more focused on building heat and strengthening and yang. So they were fiery, like vinyasa. And it wasn't until maybe a few years after I started practicing that I came across this idea of there being a more yin style approach to yoga. And yin yoga works more on the tendons, the ligaments, connective tissues. And we hold poses for a longer amount of time in yin. Now, while we're not saying that one is better than the other, it's really nice to have both as options. As if you do too much of any one thing, you can find yourself tipping out of balance. So if you are accustomed to the more fiery practices, which are wonderful, then maybe a bit of yin could help to balance that out. Also, in modern day life, we are generally very busy. And yin is a sure way to really ground you and tone your nervous system. Today we will do a beginner's style yin class, just to see if you like it, just to see if it's for you. Okay. So we will start with a simple seated meditation. I'm in the posture of Sukhasana. So my legs across my shins, and my feet are under my knees. I'm going to take my hands into this mudra, so it looks like a little crescent moon, and just press down onto the groin and roll out, so an external rotation. And then release the hands to the knees, roll the shoulders up, back, and down, and just settle. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, you can close your eyes now. If you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes, that's fine, just soften them. We'll begin with a body scan. So whatever time it is when you practice this class, just take a moment to really arrive onto your yoga mat, into your practice, and into your body. So just relax and soften and know that you are exactly where you are supposed to be right now. And it is safe to relax and just let go of the external world. And just imagine this wave of relaxation moving down to the very top of your head, through into your face, relaxing all the muscles in your face, around your eyes, around your mouth, your tongue. Relax your throat, your jaw. Once again, relax the shoulders. And feel that wave of relaxation moving down into the arms and into the fingertips. Now that essence of relaxation that's beginning to percolate up within your body. It travels back up the spine, back up the arms into the spine. Moving down, all around, relaxing the internal organs, the abdomen, pelvis, legs, and finally into the feet and the toes. So your body just knows it's relaxed, okay to let go. And now bring your attention to your breath. How are you breathing this morning? Maybe the breath feels long, slow, and smooth. Or maybe the breath feels short, and sharp, and fast. There's no right or wrong way to be. Just bring awareness to everything that you are discovering. Now we'll bring the hands into an Anjali Mudra, so the palms will come together. Press the palms together. And take a very big inhale from the very center of you. And take a very long exhale from the very center of you. And may this practice of Yin help us to rebalance in any areas that we may need to do so. Okay. Just opening the eyes. So we're going to start in butterfly pose. I'm going to time these poses, so I've got my little watch. I'm going to do it for 5 minutes. So bring the soles of your feet together and open the knees apart. We'll just do a few little flutters. Great. So feet are going to go a little bit more forward. So when you look down, you see a kind of diamond shape. And we're going to inhale, lift up onto the tops of our sitting bones. And now exhale, just round, let your head go. We're going to stay here. So don't push too far into the pose and don't back too far off from the pose. You want to find that sweet place. And in Yin Yoga, they talk about the Goldilocks place. So when Goldilocks went into the Three Bears house, she didn't like the daddy bear's bed. It was too hard. She didn't like the mommy bear's bed because it was too soft. She liked the baby bear's bed because it was just perfect. She didn't like the daddy bear's porridge because it was too hot. She didn't like mommy bear's porridge because it was too cold. But she liked baby bear's porridge because it was just right. And that's the idea we are working towards in our posture in Yin. Just soften and relax. Okay. Two more deep breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then inhale, come on up. And exhale. Okay, so that was quite a long, deep forward fold. So we're going to do a counter movement now, which is going to be windscreen winders. So bring your feet to either side of the mat, bring your hands behind, drop your knees over to one side, and then bring them to center and over to the other side. Try and connect it with the breath. So inhale to rise, and exhale to twist. A few more. Inhale, exhale. Okay. So now we're coming to our second pose, which is a straddle. So we're going to turn so our legs are open wide. If this is quite difficult for you and you find yourself grounding, don't worry. That is very common in the beginning of a yin practice. We can help the body a little bit by bringing a blanket under the sitting bones. Might help just a tiny bit. Put your sitting bones towards the front of the blanket. Yeah. So your forward fold might just be here. And that is fine. You would relax your head and just do your best. Or if you have a little bit more mobility of movements and range of movement, you can come forward and find the Goldilocks position. As it's a yin practice, try and soften around the legs and the feet. Let the spine go, let the head go. And we'll settle in. It's usual to feel frustrated at the beginning of a yin practice if you're not accustomed to holding poses for a long time. Just know that that is part of the magic, part of the teaching, alongside the physical element of the practice, which is working into the deeper tissues of the body. There's also this mental training, this idea that we can breathe through suffering and discomfort, that we can be more resilient and steadfast. Just relax a little bit more. Okay. One more minute. Keep relaxing, keep letting go. Okay, inhaling, coming up slowly, and exhaling. Few breaths. Maybe rub up and down your legs. Also, a little inside, side. Okay. So we're going to now twist over our left leg. I won't mirror you. So your left leg and my left leg. Okay. Inhaling and exhaling. Remember, you're just going to your sweet spot. Resting your hands on the floor. Relaxing the head, face. Relax your abdomen. Relax your legs, your feet and your toes. And just know that you are doing something really good for your body, for your mind, and for your spirit. This is 360 practice. Everything is included. Maybe sinking a little bit deeper, if you can. If it's in your range of movement. One more minute to go, guys. Breathing, keep relaxing. Okay, 5 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Oh, yeah, coming up. Okay, we're going to do the right leg. How are you doing? You're starting to feel really zen. Hope so. Okay, we're going to turn to the right leg now. We'll do another 5 minutes here, and then we'll do some counter stretching. So off you go, just slowing down to your capacity. Find your Goldilocks position. Maybe land into the position with a nice big deep breath. Relax the face, the jaw. Few more minutes. Just use your breath. Inhale, allow the freshness of the day, the calmness of the night, depending on what time you're practicing. Allow the essence of that to enter you, to fill you. And then on the exhale, see if you can just let go of that one thing that's on your mind. take 5 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Just grab the outside of the thighs. Oh, that was a big old transition, wasn't it? And we'll do windscreen wipers again. So inhale with the knees up and exhale, drop them over to one side. Inhale. Exhale. Let the energy move back around. Already starting to feel better. Okay, we're going to come into child's pose just for 1 minute, this pose. If you do have any issues with your knee, feel free to use a blanket under your knees or maybe behind. I'm going to use the blanket under my knees just to make it softer. So we'll bring our big toes to touch. The knees will open slightly wider than the rib cage. We'll stretch all the way back. I'm going to make a pillow for my head. You could do the same, or you could have your arms reaching forward. Let's settle in for 1 minute here. Okay, coming up from child's pose. So now we're going to lay on our belly and come into Sphinx pose. You could keep the blanket on the mat and lower your hip joints on there, your hip bones, coming all the way down. So Sphinx, the little back bend, you're going to come onto the forearms, catch your elbows, and just get the elbows in line with the shoulders. And then release the arms out in front. Your feet are open in line with your hips, or a little tiny bit more. And then you're going to push your elbows into the floor and back, and just draw your heart through to begin. And now we'll make it more yin. So inhale, shrug your shoulders up to your ears. And then, just gonna get my right, exhale, drop your head and let it go. Relax your buttocks. And we're going to be here for 5 minutes. This pose is providing a healthy compression into the lumbar spine, the lower spine. And this is the first part of the spine that begins to age. So by putting healthy compression, healthy stress on this part of the spine, and then when you release that compression, there is a regenerative effect. And it won't stop us aging, but it might make us age a little bit more pain-free, a little bit more gracefully. You want to intensify your swings. For the last few minutes, you can lift your feet and put them in near your bottom. If that's too strong for you, just stay where you are. Yin isn't easy. Yin is challenging in its own unique way. So if you're feeling a little bit of a challenge right now, meet the challenge with an open heart and a sense of courage. But obviously, don't push yourself beyond your limits. Stay in that Goldilocks mentality. Okay, 5 more breaths. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Release the feet down. Release the elbows out to the side. And just drop your one ear off onto the floor. Okay, we're going to do another back bend now called seal. It's a little bit more strong, but we'll only do it for a short amount of time. So I'll just kind of for a minute, okay? So in Sphinx, the elbows were under the floor, the elbows were under the shoulders, but now in seal, your hands are going to go slightly externally rotated and lift your elbows. See if you can straighten your arms. If you can't, you'll be lower down. And if you can, you can come higher up. So you can see and feel that the compression in the lower back is much stronger now. It has a yang element to it. But as I explained previously, it's a healthy, helpful compression. So we'll stay, we've got about another 30 seconds. Just breathe. Keep your heart opening to everything that's presenting inside. Yes. Well done. Just look off to the other side. Okay. We'll bring our hands under our shoulders and press up. We're going to come back into child's pose for 1 minute. Big toes touch. Use any props that you need to make yourself comfortable. This time I'm going to reach my arms forward, but you can still do the pillow for your head with your hands. Okay, coming up from here. So now we're going to go into a hip opener. It's called shoelace. So we'll start from hands and knees. And bring your left leg over your right leg. And then open the feet behind you and sit down in between the feet. So you want to get both sitting bones on the floor. And if that isn't happening for any reason, don't worry, just stretch your right leg forward. So that's half shoelace. Okay. You might have done this pose in a Yin class, and you might have heard it called Gomukhasana. You can either stay sitting upright, or you can begin to slightly fold forward. Working into the hips is quite a journey, so don't go in too strong too soon. Soften all around the legs, inner and outer seams. Feel these external parts of the hips melting down. Release the head. And just breathe. One more minute. How are you doing? This is quite hard for me. I've got quite tight legs here. This is hard for you. Breathing. This is easier for you. Enjoy that. Enjoy those openings. Okay. 5 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Well done. Inhale coming up. Just stretch your legs out momentarily. And change. We'll do the wind swing one because after we've done the other side. So now we're going to come back onto all fours. And now it will be the right leg on top of the left. Behind. Just sit down. So once you have assumed your asana, your seat, decide both your sitting bones on the floor. Mine are on this side. So I'm going to straighten the left leg. Find your perfect position. You can either stay upright with your head relaxed or come forward. And we'll settle in. 5 more minutes. Use the hip opener. One more minute. Keep relaxing, keep letting go. And inhale, rising up. Well done, well done. So let's do some windscreen wipers now. Step the feet open as wide as the mat and drop the knees to the side. To side. Oh, I'm starting to feel really, what's the word? Like as if I've come back alive. Fresh energy running through the body. How are you feeling? Okay, so now it's time to come down onto our back. We're going to do a few poses before we do Shavasana. I'm just going to put my socks on with a bit of heat. Oh, it's cold-ish at the moment here in the Basque Country. So preparing myself to relax. If you are a little bit cold, maybe you want to grab some socks and a jumper. Okay, let's go down onto our backs carefully. Oh, come into happy baby. So catch the outer edges of your feet. Happy baby is a bit more yangy, so we won't hold this one for too long. Relax the lower part of your back onto the floor. Relax your shoulders. Down onto the floor. As far as they will go, just the intention. And then release the feet down onto the mat. Open the feet as wide as the mat. Drop the knees together. Place one hand on your belly and one hand on your chest. Take a big deep breath. Draw the knees in. Open the arms out in a T-like position. Just lift the shoulders. Move them down in towards the spine. Take an inhale in center. And exhale, drop your knees off to the left. And twist to the right. Simple spinal twist. Inhale, come to center. And exhale, change. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, place your feet on the floor. Open the feet as wide as the hips. Drop the knees together. One hand on abdomen, one hand on chest. Take a big deep breath. Inhale. And exhale. So we're going to come into Shavasana. If you didn't already get your socks and jumper, you need them. Grab them. Might want a blanket as well. Feet are open, in line with the hips, and they relax out to the side. Lower down. Palms facing the sky. Take a big deep inhale and relax. Now we're just going to lie here in silence, allowing the body to absorb the benefits of the practice, the mind and the heart and the soul to absorb the benefits of the practice. Okay. Slowly bring yourself back to your body now. Begin to move the fingers and toes. On the next inhale, stretch your arms up behind. Let me take you. Pull the knees in. Roll on to the right side. Take a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Rest to sit. Closing meditation. Crossing the legs, Sukhasana, or any other comfortable seated pose that feels good for your body. Just roll the shoulders up, back and down. Settle in. Remember the feeling of pure relaxation that we cultivated. We allow to germinate, nurture it. Just allow it to live in your body, in your nervous system, in your mind, in your heart, in your soul. Welcome it as part of you. Contemplate the qualities of balance, harmony, grounded in centers. Being rooted both into your own and in yourself. Feeling resilient. Notice how when you contemplate these qualities, a sense of inner joy and positivity and love seems to be able to shine through us a little bit more ease. Close by bringing our hands into Ajahn Mudra. One. Inhale to propel. Blinking the eyes open. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that whether that was an introduction to Yin or you've done Yin lots of times before, that you feel